Being able to cook is great, but does it make you filthy rich? In times when MasterChef is probably the most watched TV content, chefs are becoming celebrities in their own right. Using the finest ingredients to create the most high-end menu choices, come and look at some of the highest-paid gourmet chefs in the world. Number 7. Guy Fieri. Born in 1968, this American restaurateur is probably the culinary king of the West Coast. With a staggering personal net worth of $20 million, Fieri is one of the richest chefs in the world. With his own chain of restaurants across New York, Nevada, and Las Vegas, Fieri is also the author of several New York Times best-selling cookbooks, kind of earning him the status of a food guru. But not without a share of struggles to the top. After 6 years selling pretzels and washing dishes to save up for a trip to Paris, the international food mecca, Fieri has made it big in the culinary world. Standing out in the crowd with his vibrant yellow hair, did you know Fieri is the third chef to have a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, joining the legendary likes of Bobby Flay and Wolfgang Puck? But hey, that's not the only Hollywood connection we could find. Inspiring the character in Melissa McCartney's super hit comedy The Bridesmaids, and Food Network star, has become a true cultural icon over the years. Owning his own peacocks, a herd of goats, and once trampled by his own horse, it's safe to say that Fieri is probably the most interesting and wild chef personality we know. Number 6. Emeril Lagasse. Once you're past the Earth's orbit, you probably aren't expecting a fancy meal coming your way anytime soon. But hey, with Emeril Lagasse, you get the best cuisine on Earth and in space. That's right, Lagasse, who is one of the highest-paid chefs on our list, was actually the first chef to cook gourmet meals for NASA astronauts. That's pretty cool, right? From a small diner in a warehouse building to his own high-end restaurants in Las Vegas and New Orleans, Lagasse has come a long way. Best known for his iconic catchphrase, "BAM!", which went viral in the early days of Food Network. Lagasse owns an impressive set of 11 restaurants across the U.S., making him one of the richest and most successful names in the business. Number 5. Alan Wong. Alan Wong is hands down one of the most successful chefs hailing from the Far East of Asia. But why is he one of the highest paid chefs in the world? Well, that's because Wong, who's half Japanese, half Hawaiian, is a food pioneer like no other. That's right, one of the 12 founders of the regional island cuisine. With Wong on your side, you get the best of Hawaii in one plate. Born in Tokyo, Wong's knack for Hawaiian food is reflected in his magical use of local Hawaiian ingredients and cooking techniques. From being a dishwasher in Hawaii to opening up his first restaurant, the Kano House in 1989, Wong is a self-made brand. In fact, did you know his Hawaiian restaurant was actually the only Hawaiian restaurant listed in America's Best 50 Restaurants by the Gourmet magazine? We gotta say, that's pretty special. Taught under the wings of famous Italian-American chef Andre Soltner, Wong once famously cooked a luau at the White House for President Obama, earning him a well-deserved spot in the Culinary Hall of Fame of the American Academy of Chefs. Number 4. Mario Batali. A rising culinary star of the late 1980s, Mario Batali is one of the iconic chefs of the last century. Becoming the highest-paid young chef working for the Four Seasons Hotel in California, Mario now has a personal net worth of $25 million. With 28 restaurants, 11 cookbooks, and co-hosting gig on a famous cooking show, The Chew, Batali has built a truly incredible food empire over the years. One of New York's most widely recognized chefs, Batali is often credited for changing the way Americans think about Italian food. Loved for his simple but flavorful take on classic Italian cuisine, Batali's signature dish is the agnolotti, an elegant ravioli cooked with tiny pieces of flattened pasta dough. Going on to launch his own catering company, a wine shop, and a line of cookware, Batali has sure carved a name for himself in the high-end food biz. Number 3 is Jamie Oliver. Listed as one of the richest Brits under 30 by the Sunday Times, Jamie Oliver is one of the most successful chefs we know. The Essex-born high school dropout is one of the highest-paid chefs in the world. With a giant social media following of 30 million people, Oliver needs no introduction to the world. In fact, did you know that Jamie Oliver is the UK's second best-selling author? J.K. Rowling, of course, being number one. Often brutally memed for his love of olives, which he uses in, well, pretty much every recipe you can. Did you know that Oliver was also named the sexiest chef alive in 2000? Running a successful chain of restaurants around the world in Brazil, Thailand, Indonesia, India, Portugal, and even Russia, Oliver has gone truly global with his love of good food. A humanitarian at heart, Oliver has supported dozens of causes throughout his career, from working for the American Health Association to launching community food programs like Feed Me Better. This one sure knows how to give back, and his favorite ingredient? Chili. Number 2. Marco Pierre White. Often touted as the first celebrity chef in the world, Marco White is a legend when it comes to fancy food. Serving as a mentor to the likes of Gordon Ramsay and Mario Batali. Did you know Master Marco is the youngest chef to have 3 Michelin stars to his name? And while most of us find it hard to imagine Gordon Ramsay welled up in tears, this guy right here famously made Ramsay cry during his training. Also known as the godfather of modern cooking, Marco has authored a series of famous cookbooks over the years. His most iconic cookbook, The White Heat, inspired chefs the world over, and they allow White to carve a special space for himself in the cooking world. His favorite meal? Ham and piccalilli sandwich. Number 1. Gordon Ramsay. If you hate pineapple on your pizza, congratulations, you have something in common with arguably the greatest chef of our time. Mentored by the likes of Marco Pierre White, and let's be honest, Gordon Ramsay is the most famous chef in the world. Known for his volatile kitchen demeanor and mouth-watering British cuisine. Did you know Ramsay played professional soccer for 3 years before a knee injury set him off the pitch for good? Instead, he became head chef at 27. Ramsay is now a cooking prodigy of the modern age. With his own books, restaurants, and hundreds of sponsorships, Gordon has amassed a massive fortune for himself. Rising to global heights of fame with shows like The Boiling Point and MasterChef, this French-speaking food connoisseur has put British cuisine on the map of the world. With a whopping net worth of $220 million, this father of 5 is a force to be reckoned with in the food world. Running more than 50 restaurants around the world, Ramsay has pretty much refined private dining. On close family terms with the Beckhams and good friends with the British model Gigi Hadid, Ramsay has a celebrity clout that no other high-end chef in the world has. And despite his love for the classic English breakfast and beef Wellington, one of his most signature dishes, Ramsay also enjoys good old American cheeseburgers. Talk about a guilty pleasure. His favorite dish is beef Wellington. We promised you gastronomic delights like never before. These master gourmet chefs know how to please your palate. From classic Italian and British cuisine to island fusion food, these Michelin star chefs are well worth your money. While an average chef in America earns up to a decent $50,000, these high-paid celebrity meal makers are racking in the millions. Which one of our cherry-picked gourmet chefs do you like the most? Let us know in a comment below. And since you're here, don't forget to hit that bell icon on your way out. Until then, bon appetit, and we'll see you soon.